up, guys? So today I'm actually going to be doing the first of many videos to come, which is going to be movies you need to watch. Every week of this year, I'm planning on releasing a different video pertaining to a different movie, and I'm going to talk a little bit in depth about what aspects I like of a movie and why I feel people should watch it. So today we're going to start it off with probably one of my favorite movies ever. It's Me and Earl and the Dying Girl. As you've seen, I already had that this right here. So I have like all the basic information of the movie. Well, the date not really, but the director, camera, and stuff like that. This movie, I honestly don't even know where to start because it's such a personal movie to me. This movie, if you haven't heard of it, it's a film about friendship. It's about this guy who is forced to befriend his neighbor because she has. Well, I don't think it's his neighbor actually. It's his friend who has been diagnosed with leukemia. So his mom forces him to befriend her, and it just kind of goes from there. Um, this movie is just—it's such a great film. It's not only about friendship, but it's about love. It's about loss. It's about so many different things, and I think it's explored in such a way that it just feels very genuine. It just many movies nowadays, I guess, don't really see that. They feel very contrived or they feel very forced. This movie actually came out this past summer in 2015, and it was released at Sundance, and it got the 2015 Grand Jury Prize and the Audience Award, which are two very prestigious awards to win, especially the Grand Jury. I think that's like the biggest award that they can give there. So aside from that, this was actually based on a book. I have the book, I just don't have the original cover. Again, this is like the cover of the movie. Um, the book I actually read, and it's really really good too. I think they complement each other really well. It's not a case of the movie being better or the book being better. I think they're equally as good, if you could even say that. It's just that there's different things that come out in the book that don't really come out in the movie, and vice versa. However, I do suggest reading the book, as there's a lot of Easter eggs hidden, and there's little nods towards the book in the movie. Another aspect, I guess, of this movie that I really, really, really enjoy is throughout the movie, Earl and Greg, which are the two main characters, they kind of make spoofs of other movies, and those spoofs are usually they're classic films. They're films that came out a long time ago and have had some sort of impact on cinema, and this movie actually opened up my eyes a lot to the Criterion Collection. I don't know if y'all know what that is. Criterion Collection is usually older movies and newer movies. They're both contemporary and older movies, and they're remastered, and they're kind of given in this case, or in this set format where it's just the most complete version of the movie. For example, I have the wall here. I actually have like 10 of them, but just to show you a few, they're usually like this. You have your film here, and it usually has that little C on the upper left, and it has a lot of good special features on there. So 400 Blows is a movie for another day. I won't get into it. These are a few other of the Criterion films that you can see here. I really urge anybody to check those out too. But this isn't about the Criterion Collection. This is about Me and Your Dying Girl, so I don't want to digress. I'm gonna give a little bit of an anecdote on this movie because I feel like I have to. So as many of my friends know, the director is actually from Laredo, Texas, and that's where I'm from. So here in Laredo, Texas, we don't have a lot of film stuff going on. We don't really see any of that. Not many arts are, I guess, relevant here. So the director actually he was born and raised here in Laredo, and he went to study at New York University, and from there he began working with Martin Scorsese. And from there on, he just went and produced movies. I think his directional debut was not this. In fact, it was a movie called The Town That Dreaded Sundown, and then he went to work on Me and the Dying Girl. Well, point being, I actually got to meet him the summer that this film came out. He had a Q&A here in Laredo, and I don't know, it was just a very emotional thing for me because the first time I saw this movie, it ended, and my friend to my right side, he asked me, he's like, so what'd you think about the movie? And I just started sobbing. I just began sobbing. Like, I had all this emotion inside of me throughout the movie that I just kept in, but as soon as he asked me that, I just sobbed, and everything just came all at once, I guess, and they actually had to wait for me for like 10 minutes to stop crying because I just couldn't. But yeah, again, it was just for me. This movie's so emotional and so personal to me because the fact that directors from here, and I've always liked movies and I always enjoyed movies, but it's always been kind of something that it's been oppressed in me. Like I never really explored it because I was always told that I won't I guess I won't be able to do it because of where I live, and just it's not possible. It wasn't seen as something that I could do. But the Q&A with him and seeing this movie and seeing somebody from my hometown being able to make something so beautiful like this just kind of opened my eyes and made me see, oh wow, like I can do this. So yeah, Alfonso Gomez Rejon, he's a really really great director, and he did such a great job with this movie. The soundtrack in this movie is also really really good. I don't remember exactly what album they use songs from, but I know it's an old album and they work really well with the movie. There's this one scene in specific towards the end where there's this one song that they choose. I think it's called The Shipwreck or something about, I think it's just The Ship, I think it's called. And every time I see that scene now from now on, it's just I get really emotional, and I think other people have had the same impact because I remember the Q&A they mentioned that regarding the song. So I think this just movie, it's made with a lot of love, and it just you could see it when you're watching the movie how much work and how much effort's been put into it, both from the director and from the actors and from everybody that really was involved with this film. The actors whose names I should know but I don't. Um, Anyways, well the main guy, well all three of them actually do a really great job. But there's many scenes where they just kind of keep rolling, and you could see the emotion and the the effort that's put into it, because as y'all know, when you keep a scene going for a while, it takes a lot, because if any of the actors mess up or if anything goes wrong, the scene is destroyed and they have to begin again and they have to continue trying until they manage. So yeah, there's just so many aspects of this movie that are beautiful, and they're great, man. It's just such a good movie. The Blu-ray here has a lot of special features, so it's not one of those bland Blu-ray releases where it's just the movie and like a commentary or something. This movie actually does have a commentary with the director, deleted scenes. It has a few of like the shorts that didn't make it to the movie that Earl and Greg make, so you see more of those. And there's a conversation with Martin Scorsese and Alfonso Gomez Rejon, and that one's pretty interesting. It's about 30 minutes, and they're just talking about like how, they've worked together and stuff. So it's pretty cool. Overall, I do recommend to check this movie out if you haven't already seen it, and if you've seen it, buy the Blu-ray or the DVD, I guess. It's a really really great movie to own, I think, and it's just a very touching film in a way that many films nowadays just aren't. This film is compared to The Fault in Our Stars a lot, and I did enjoy The Fault in Our Stars, but I feel like this one just did a much, much better job. In a discussion that we can have another day, because I won't have that conversation right now. But again, this is just a fucking, sorry, fucking great movie. There's no other way to say it. So yeah, this is me and Earl and the Dying Girl. Check it out if you haven't already. And this is the first in the many more videos to come. So hope you all like this video. Comment below, let me know what you thought, and see you next week with movie number 2 on Films to Watch.